Hello out there. Welcome to episode 129 of Come Lose It with Matt Duncan. It's been a while, guys. Boy, oh boy, am I having trouble getting those 2 per month in. It is tough. It is friggin' tough. But here we are, okay? I've got a good reason for not getting the second one in June. It's been fucking crazy. It's been crazy in my life. I'm heading out of town for a vacation, and my car broke down, and we're kind of, we really had to rally together, my wife and I, to try to figure out the situation. Did we want to get a new car? Did we want to get it before the trip, after the trip? Very difficult. Very, very difficult. But we rallied together, and it looks like it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. But it has been a real hell with the car the last week and a half or so, 2 weeks pretty much. It's just running fine. We've put so much money into that fucking car over the last year. This is the problem with old, used cars. It becomes a money pit when you don't even know it's happening. You think like, well, it's just one more little thing. You fix it up. Oh, I've put this money in now. That's got to buy it some time, right? Doesn't mean fuck all. May it be a lesson to you if you're looking into keeping an old used car. Just because you put a bunch of money into it doesn't mean another thing is going to go. And the thing that I have always feared since I was a little 16-year-old kid over 25 years ago, when I had my first car that was a beater. All I drive are beaters. This car wasn't always a beater, the current one, but, I drive old cars. And the thing I've always been afraid of is the timing belt or chain going, okay? If the timing belt or chain goes in your car, your engine is fucked. If that breaks, if that snaps, and your engine's still going, it's like everything's going to rip into each other. Your engine's totaled. You're done. Need a new engine. And they always say there's a certain time you should change it, depending on the car. Some can mechanics say like 120,000 kilometers. Some say 160 to 180, depending on the age and the state of things going on, if there's any leaks. And she's been leaking for years, guys. And I've been in denial about it. I've been topping her up. Then you get the power steering leaking, and then, I'm seeing that the coolant's going down. That's probably a head gasket leak. That's not good. That's another expensive thing. But now it's just, I drove to the city. I went and saw my former podcast partner, Freddie Rivas. We had a good lunch. And I drove to see my mom, and the car was sounding weird. I was like, that's a little more clicky than I'm used to. Sure enough, the next day, I start the car and the engine light is on. And I got a code reader, folks. And when you get those P011s, you get a P011, P0016 code. That's your fucking engine timing is out of whack. And you can't just pop the lid off a fucking engine and give her a little tweak. It's a major job. A lot of mechanics prefer to take the engine out of the car if they can. It's easier to work on. Change a timing belt or chain. So doing it in the car, I can't even imagine how hard it is. And, I went to this mechanic's place over the last year. I won't be going to them anymore. I'll be going to a dealership. But I have a funny feeling that they fucked something up when they took apart the engine a little bit to change the seals. But I can't prove it. But I just wonder if I didn't get them to do that and I just kind of left, kept... Because it didn't change the fucking leaks at all. I'm still leaking oil. Would it have done this now? Would it have the timing been screwed up? I have a hard time believing. But that's just... I'm looking for someone to blame, right? And you know what? We're moving on. We're getting out of the heavy old car game. And we're getting more into the new. So it's exciting. Happened like a whirlwind. And, trying to do this process when there's like a fucking holiday weekend extending into 2 days, and then you got a trip coming up. It just is crazy. It's absolutely mental. So I'm having a Diet Coke because I've earned it, folks. Fucking earned it. And you know what? I've been drinking some dirty sodas too. Have you heard about the dirty sodas? If I tell it to you and you haven't had it, you're going to think it's disgusting. All right? It's just putting a little coffee cream in your diet beverage. I mean, I guess you could put it in a full-fat Coke or Pepsi. I don't fuck with that shit. Apparently, it's good in Dr. Pepper. When my wife first told me about it, I thought she was insane. But let me tell you something about the dirty sodas. They fucking go down so nice. It's like a light ice cream float. It like froths up a little bit. It just kind of looks, it almost looks like an iced coffee. And it tastes good. It actually tastes good. Apparently this is what they drink in Utah because nobody drinks down there because they're Mormons. Big, dirty soda. They're trying to make everything sexy because they can't fuck. You know, they're soaking. They're drinking dirty sodas. Anything to get their knobs dialed in. Oh, other changes, man. It's just even crazier. Like I got a new smartphone, but it was the first time I've ever bought a refurbished one. A certified pre-owned. And let me tell you something about that. Okay? You get that certified pre-owned, you're not guaranteed a nice new battery or anything. It's Russian roulette. And the way that they sell these pre-owns are just leases that people have brought back. They call them save and returns, right? But that's a lease. It's a phone lease. So when they get those back, they try to resell them. And they try to make you feel like you're getting a good deal. So I am getting a good deal. I know that. Because I'm paying under $200 for this giant, like, nice, newer phone. Not brand new. It's a couple versions back, but it's a nicer phone than I had. And if I were to buy that phone right now, it would cost a lot of money. So I just got to stay on my plan and I get a huge discount, right? Anyway, I had to play that game. And sure enough, when I bought that fucking refurbished phone, the battery was cooked. Said it needed servicing. Oh, God. So this is what you got to do if you're getting it. I can't talk about you Android fuckers, okay? I can't help you. I don't know that world. I've been an iPhone guy for 15, 17 years. But if you're going to do the refurbished and you get a good deal on it and it's in good shape, you should take it to the Apple store, get the battery replaced, pay the money extra for the battery like I did, get them to run diagnostics. They'll see if anything else is fucked up inside. If not, you're good. If it is fucked up, send it back, get another one, play the game. I can't be buying these new fucking phones all the time. I like to have a phone at least 5 years, at least. And now they got you looped in all these leases, these fucking Rogers, and they want you fucking leasing the phones. They used to just give you the fucking phone, remember? You'd sign a 2-3 year contract, and it came with a fucking phone. Remember that? Oh, not anymore. You gotta fight to get that deal, baby. That sweet, sweet discount. So, just a lot of big changes over the last month. Crazy. I guess I do need a vacation. I would say I do need it. I'm looking forward to it. It says play producer clip. See, it's been a while since I made these notes. And no, I'm not just looking at it on the fly. Oh, yes. There was this producer that I follow from LA. And he was just talking about how fucked up the industry is, especially in LA. It's been really fucked up. They don't have a lot. Everyone's shooting everywhere else. You know, we're still in this lockout, guys. There's been like continuances signed with different agencies that are coming back, continuances for a year. But they don't want to just come back. Nobody wants to put their fucking 2 feet in and come back and we can just go back to business. They don't want to do that. So we're still in this lockout. The union's tired. So they're just trying to get continuance wins. But here's the thing, and I'm not going to play the clip, but I'll tell you about the clip. He's just talking about how like Meta and Google, they're coming up with AI now where the client isn't even going to need an ad agency. So it's not just the actors that are fucked. It's the ad agents as well, the advertisers, the agencies. They're not going to be needed. Meta's coming out with shit where they can fucking just input it into their little AI generator. They could have a 30-second, 15-second commercial. Doesn't have to even have fake actors in it. It could be, there's many different ways you do commercials. That is the future. So it's not just us thinking that we're like, oh, the actors want to make more money. They want to make a living. The actors want to make a living. Well, they should be a hobby. Just do Uber Eats. And now they won't need you. And what's that going to do? That's going to shut down the sets. That's going to shut down the productions. They're not going to need the coordinators. Shadow Cherry. They're not going to need the fucking grips. The directors. Like, directors are going to have to shift and be like, oh, they're going to direct the AI generation. I ain't fucking joking. That's what's going to come down to. The directors will probably be the last thing because they will have the creative. And it's over. Like the commercial, it's not there quite yet, but it is going to die for actors. And I don't think there's any fucking thing we can do about it. Any fucking thing, guys. So that's where that is. I haven't had a fucking audition in a long time, but it's also because I've booked out. Fuck it! So I'll give one last plug for the Confederacy Dunks podcast archive. If you're looking for some of the old episodes of the show that we did, if you want to relive the glory days, season 6 was when the Kawhi year, when we won the championship. There's a lot of great seasons. We had a lot of fun. The archive has been up since we left left to go to Raptors Republic, and it will continue there. I can't help you for the Raptors Republic years because it's such a mess, and Freddie mentioned something that like the archive of that is probably lost or something. So the Raptors Republic stuff, you just have to go through the Rapcast. It's like a fucking, needle in a haystack. But it might be easier. They're also all on YouTube. And that's apparently what happened to the Confederacy Dunks. Got purchased by another company, and they're more into the video stuff, like it's sad because I'm a bit of a purist with the podcast. I don't do video. I just love ramming into you guys here. But that's just not what people do to make an income at it. If you're going to make an income, you gotta have the video set up right. You got to have it cutting to the talkers. You got to fucking have it looking good. You got to have a video portion. You ain't going to get that Mark Maron deal anymore with just a talker. Unless it's like, something more evergreen, something more murder podcast or whatever, something more produced. That's really all that'll be left. But any of this like talking stuff like I'm doing to you now, no money in it if you're not doing video. So that's where they're switching to over there. And, I think Freddie was just tired. He's tired. He's got a little boy, sweet little guy. And he's ready to move on. He's ready to have more time for his family. And it's the end of something. Masai's gone now. They fired Masai, of course. We saw that coming. Took only like 3 weeks for Rodgers to take majority ownership. And then do that. So that's done. And yeah, sometimes podcasts all come to an end. Will this one day? I don't know. I kind of like it because you could go back and you could see me talking about stuff. What was going on? In case I ever lose my mind, I guess I could just listen to the pod to fill me in on all my neuroses and my worries, my anger, and my laughter. So that's where we are. So Confederacy Dunks Archive, check it out in the podcatchers in case you want to go back, here's some true excitement, especially if you're depressed as a Raptors fan. Let's get to the fitness update.
Fitness update.
Guys, it's brutal. I'm just hanging in right now. We're not gonna go too much on it because of all the craziness this month. I just haven't been able to work out. I was doing so well, and then I got busy with work. I had a very busy June, which was great, and I just couldn't commit. I was, I'm averaging maybe 2 times a week, maybe sometimes 1. I worked out the other day. I'm planning to work out tonight. I hate doing the night workouts. I feel like I got to go early or not at all. I find I wake up a lot the next day, a little dehydrated, headachy sometimes, feel like hungover. Fucking sucks. But that's just where we're at. Now, when I go on my trip, the hotel will have a gym, and I'm hoping that, 2 to 3 days, I find a little time to just go down, ride a bike, fucking do some weights, something, just a little bit. So it's kind of where we're at with the fitness update. I don't have much more to say other than, I finally did an outdoor bike. And I'm just hoping now that all the craziness calms down, I can kind of get back more into a routine. All right, so stick with me, folks. Health news.
News that is health related.
Okay, couple of health news we'll talk about today. I made some points to be a little more concise, hopefully. I love to ramble at this shit, but there's one that I was a bit concerned about. And as I'm talking right now, I have changed the band on my watch because of it. I'm not wearing the plastic ones that the Apple Watch comes with because there's apparently a class action lawsuit in the States alleging certain watch bands contain high levels of PFAS or, quote, forever chemicals. Now, the bands are the Sport Band, the Ocean Band, the Nike Sport Band, and they all use something called fluoroelastomers, and they are a polymeric form of PFAS, the forever chemicals, right? So PFAS are like synthetic chemicals known for resisting water, sweat, oil. They're commonly found in nonstick cookware, waterproof clothing, consumer tech, nicknamed forever chemicals because they break down extremely slowly and they don't leave your body. Can't get them out. Exposure is linked to health risks like cancer. The lawsuit claims that Apple knowingly sold bands containing PFAS despite their 2022 commitment to phase them out. Apple allegedly failed to properly warn consumers, especially health-conscious buyers. Suit argues that Apple and used PFAS for competitive advantage by marketing durability and comfort. Now, Apple's response is that the bands are safe, citing internal and independent lab testing. They acknowledge that PFAS phase-out is in progress, but highlights technical challenges, including finding reliable alternatives. Could be a wider industry thing. Samsung was hit with a similar class action lawsuit last month. The University of Notre Dame studied, they detected PFAS in 15 different smartwatch bands, suggesting that it's an industry-wide issue. So they put all these different bands in. They didn't tell you which was what, but they compartmentalized the results into cheaper bands, mid-expense, mid-level bands, and expensive ones. And obviously, Apple's going to be in the mid and the expensive. Obviously, they're not the cheap ones that you're going to get off of Amazon. And the weird thing is that the ones that you get off of Amazon, the cheap ones, were the safest. They had the least amount of PFAS. So Apple is definitely part of that. It's definitely their bands. They come with one of these sports bands when you buy an Apple Watch. I've had it on my wrist for many a year. I've sweated, and, that pisses me off because I'm someone that uses stainless steel cookware. I don't use nonstick shit because of this reason, because of the my fear of PFAS. I don't want to fucking scratch it off. If you make one little scratch on those nonstick pans, holy fuck, It's a ton of PFAS going in your body. So I don't fuck with any of that shit. Good old stainless fucking steel. That's all we got. And we've used it for many, many years. And it's not that big of a fucking deal, the sticking and all this shit. You just got to learn how to use them properly. So yeah, this is something to watch. I did watch a video. I could post it. There's like this YouTuber guy, and he kind of went through the study, and then he kind of went through the math of how much PFAS is like okay to I don't know, I'll say ingest per day, and like how much the Apple Watch might be giving off. So it might not be giving off very much. It might be in some other studies giving off a lot. I don't know. But for the most part, it seems like this lawsuit they're not going to win it. They're not going to win this lawsuit, because if they do win it, what the fuck is that going to mean for everything else? Every other tech band, anything waterproof that's using the same elastomer, that all that shit, elastomer, whatever the fuck it is. It would be huge. It would cost billions of dollars. Like, it just, if Apple ain't gonna grease someone's pocket to make that go away, they fucking definitely will. There's a judge getting a Hummer right now. The car and the beach, both double Hummer from Meta. Fucking Hummers. Do they still make Hummers? Moving on. Okay, so that's just something. I can post the articles for you to read, and you can watch that guy's little video where he kind of really goes through it. If you want to, maybe just make your own idea about what you want to do. But me, I've got a stainless steel band on right now, and I'll just pop on the other one to use to work out. That's what I'm doing. I've talked about intermittent fasting on this podcast. There's a study now out saying that it is looking like it's just as good as other diets to lose weight. A major review of 99 randomized clinical trials with over 6,500 participants compared intermittent fasting to traditional calorie-restrictive diets. Now, this was published in the BMJ, one of the world's leading peer-reviewed medical journals. The big takeaway: intermittent fasting delivers similar weight loss results and improves cardiometabolic health as a calorie-cutting diet. That gives people flexibility to choose whichever approach they can realistically stick to long-term. Now, I will say one thing, because I've tried it. I've done the 16-8. I've gone as far as 18-6. I think I've done that one a couple of days. But the 16-8 is nice. It gives you 8 hours in the day to eat, and then you go to sleep. You chew up a lot of that 16. You're really just skipping breakfast and going right to lunch. You can wake up, have some black coffee or some tea without anything in it, and that'll help with autophagy, which is recycling old dead cells. So I think it's important to talk to a doctor about this stuff, but I really found that when you are on a fast, you start to have less cravings for stuff, because there's less time in the day where you're going to be snacking, you're going to be eating sugar, and sugar really is the big fucking thing that makes you want to eat more all the time, right? Sweet stuff. So if you're just by the time zone that you're eating in, if you're not doing that, you're not going to crave stuff. You're going to get rid of that sugar craving. I find that was a big part of it with me and why I really liked it. And fuck, do I sleep better when I'm fasting. You fucking stop eating at 8 o'clock, 8:30, max 8:30. That's late for a lot of people. You're going to feel like a fucking $1,000,000. $1 million. Sleep like a little saint, So, of course, long-term studies are still needed to understand the impacts, but hey, it was working for me. If I could get back into it and get in a groove, I think it's a lifestyle change. It's not something that you want to do, and then once you hit your weight, you're going to go back and just eat whatever. Like, it's a good thing about intermittent fasting. You can kind of eat whatever during that window. You don't have to go so strict and count your calories so much, because you're doing so much fasting. So anyway, something to think about. Let's get to the fucking shit. You're right in front of me. My pal Goose is here, and he's just like falling asleep in my dark office while I'm doing this. He's a little sweetie pie. So let's go. We moved through this pretty fast. Next episode, I think I'm going to have a special guest in town. The podcast that we didn't do in Winnipeg, we're going to do here with Adam when he comes. He's coming into town, so I'm hoping we could sit down and do this. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I haven't done an in-person, recording in many years, so it'll be fun. And we'll catch up with him. It's been a couple years since he's been on the pod, so we'll be able to do a little recap. As you know, he was on Clitter Clacker episode 100, and he was on episode 2 if you want to go back and see what he was like back then when he first moved back to Winnipeg after the first time he left Toronto. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Once I come back from the trip and Adam comes over, we'll do that at some point before he leaves to go back to Winnipeg. So some of the other shit I want to talk about. I've been watching some docs. I've been seeing some weird shit. I don't want to get, we've talked a lot about shots and stuff, and I just don't know what to think anymore. But I know Alberta's going to start charging for COVID shots, and I think that's horseshit. Don't charge for the fucking COVID shots. Just order less if people aren't using them. Bring it way down. Don't fucking charge people. What is it with Alberta? And they want to fucking be their own fucking country, the fucking, the state of Alberta or whatever the fuck they want to call it. I've never been to Alberta. I don't know if I ever want to go. Just don't fucking charge people that are like immunocompromised to fucking get a shot they want the fucking shot. I was going to get the shot before the trip because I got it last winter, but I didn't end up doing it. So we're just going to, what we're going to do? We get on the plane, we're going to wear a mask. And then once they turn on the circulation and the air, take the mask off. And then once it lands, they turn that fucking air off, right? And everyone's standing around. Put the mask back on. Those are apparently the 2 times you really need to wear a mask on a plane. Once they get that circulation going, the air is pretty good. I know it smells like recycled farts, but it's going through some pretty heavy-duty filter. So the air, you're less likely to get sick once it's in motion. But it's that boarding, that waiting, because they don't turn it on right away. They don't really turn it on until they're about to go. So that's what we're doing. That's as far as we're going to get, and we're just going to hope for the best. Hope for the friggin' best, man. So with these docs, there's some good ones out on Netflix. They got all these train wreck docs. Some of them are good. The Rob Ford one sucked. Maybe because I just know everything and it wasn't telling you anything new. But the other ones were fucking great. The one about the fucking poop cruise was great. We're watching this American Apparel one. That one was good. We're not finished it yet. The Titan doc about those billionaire idiots that went down to the fucking Titanic and the thing exploded. Watch that one, man. Because that's a great doc to see how that mayhem played out. And how many red flags they got before they knew going in. It's like that thing was going to fail. You can hear it. It was just going down in the test runs, and you can hear the carbon fibers snapping. Carbon fiber snapping. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's just seasoning. Snapping and using a PlayStation 4 remote to get down there. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Not even a wired remote. Just fully going with the Bluetooth, eh? Fuck me. Yeah, really dumb. Really dumb fucking tin can. And but there's also this new one I watched last night about. It's called like the Shark Whisperer. It's about Ocean Ramsey. She's like a conservationist. She's a diver. She fucking swims with like great whites. Just out in Hawaii. Just fucking. She can hold her breath for like 6 minutes. She just goes down there and she's touching great whites and she's just trying to show that they're not that scary. And yeah, it's terrible. It's horrible when they do attack. It's very rare. And they usually mistake you for something. And that's because you're playing in their pen. But it did make me feel a little bit better about sharks. It did show, especially tiger sharks, because she starts with tiger sharks and she tries to take the mask off of them because, yeah, it's the two things people are really afraid of are tiger sharks and great white sharks. So she's fucking swimming with both of them. It's just crazy. I ain't going to do it. But, you know, and I respect the ocean. I respect the sharks. We shouldn't be killing them for some fucking soup. You remember, go check the tapes. Go check the fucking tapes. You know what I did? I tried to solve the shark fin soup. I was making 3D printing fins to put in the soup. I had a lot of people lined up to buy them. A lot of people in the Chinese mafia. Because they love that soup. The fucking soup. Dumb as shit. That's one of the top 3. If it's like there's 3 reasons why the aliens should exterminate us, we have to give that as one of them. Oh, there's this. We cut off the fins of these sharks for this soup that it does nothing for the broth or anything. And it could actually destroy the planet if we make sharks go extinct. We will fuck up the food chain and that's it. But the soup is really fucking good. So that's one of them. I don't know what the other 2 are. There's many to fit in there, but I want the shark fin thing to be one of them. That they're like, okay, yeah, that's good. 2 more and we'll exterminate the planet. You guys can start over. We'll try, see what you fucking monkeys can do this time. Sticks and stones, Einstein. Sticks and stones. Just talk a little bit briefly about the annoyance of hosting your podcast somewhere and then it gets bought by a giant corporation like Spotify. You know, it's just, there's some annoyances. Like, look, I'll tell you, free hosting is free hosting. You can't complain. You're not paying $150 a year. But they want to make Spotify plays the thing. And I don't get a lot of Spotify. I don't have a lot of Spotify followers. I've got a lot of shout out to my WordPress folks that follow my website. I got a lot of subscriptions there. Shout out to you guys. I get all the other podcatchers. On my website, I have a player for each episode. You can play them there. comeloseit.wordpress.com. I pay for no fucking domain. So Spotify's changed it. So it's like I just got to look a little bit harder to find those stats of the downloads and stuff of all the other stuff because I really don't get much from Spotify. And to be honest with you, using Spotify for podcasts is annoying. I hate opening that app and having to like figure out where my podcasts are and fucking where. It feels messy. I like to have a separate app like Pocket Casts or Apple Podcasts. You know, there's a bunch out there, kids. There's a bunch out there, and you can listen to Come Lose It with MD on any of them. Any and all. Even iHeartRadio, which for some reason is one of the ones that are used the most. They play ads. You have to like watch an ad, and I don't know. People like it, I guess. I will say the AI stuff, I'm at like the real breaking point. If you're watching the reels, there are so many weird AI. It's not even just like gross, strange, fucked up stuff. It's weird stuff like someone's making AI videos of someone like doing a selfie video in Japan in 1945 before the fucking atomic bombs were dropped. Fucked. Stuff like that. It's like, okay, you're going, oh, it's Genghis Khan doing his thing. Oh, okay, it's like someone in medieval England in the 1534. And then it's someone in the, like, it's a bit rough when you see the guy being like, hey, it's me. I'm here in Hiroshima. It's so nice. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. You know, I just got a call from Rogers. They're fucking driving me nuts trying to sell me a fucking credit card, I think. And I should have picked it up and put them on the show. I should have picked it up, listened to what they had, but I didn't. Fuck them. Just keep hitting that no, 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 no. One of the last things I'll say, you guys know I'm a Leaf fan, a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, die hard, and we just lost a big player that's been on the team for 9 years. His name was Mitch Marner. Local boy, 100-point guy. The guy can score. Good for some playoff, terrible other parts. Can't really do much in a closeout game when it gets really tough. He starts to really look his size. Terrible stats in closeout games. And he's gone to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. He's moving to Las Vegas. He's going to pay less tax, so he's going to take home more money. And he fucked us. He gave us that Vince Carter treatment. Left without waving for a trade. We got a piece back. We were lucky on a sign and trade just because he wanted to add an extra year to his deal. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So it's a bummer because Mitch is a really special player. Someone I've had on my keeper fantasy team since he was a boy, since he started. Since before his first game, he's been on my team. And I'm going to continue to have him because he's just a point getter. But now he's gone to this team, which I just don't know how. They keep doing it. They keep getting anything they want, everything and anything they want. And they've been the most competitive expansion team in sports history. Definitely. Definitely like top two. Won a cup. Crazy. Went to the cup their first year. Went to the finals. You know how bad expansion teams usually are for like a decade? They got no good players and holy fuck. Not this team. They're among the best. They are among the best. So Mitch, I wish you the best in Vegas, man. I do. But that's just the way it is, man. It's the way it goes. You know, that's hockey. It's a business. I loved watching you play for the most part. And we are definitely going to fucking miss you. So, salute. And I hope we kick your ass.